What's up, guys? My name is Nesto. Welcome back to my channel. So as you just saw, I did a job this morning at 10 a.m. It was just changing out a light from a flush mount to a pendant light, and it took me like 20-30 minutes maybe. It was pretty simple, but I'll give you guys a couple tips that I've picked up along the way. So in this one, the mounting plate for the new light is meant for a 4-inch junction box, and the junction box they had, it was a 3.5-inch. So what I like to do is I like to keep, whenever I can, I like to keep these brackets that come with lights or the old lights or whatever, and that's what I use. I use one like this, but this one's like curved, and the one I used was flat. But with these ones, you could just, you could put you could mount it to the junction box, and then you could mount the new one to one of these little holes. So that's like a quick solution. But if you don't have one of these, then you're kind of stuck, and you gotta like tell them like, hey, this is meant for a light. You need an adapter. You have to come back, or whatever. They have to cancel whatever. So it's a good trick to just have some of these to help facilitate things. The other thing too was when I was putting in the screws for the new light, they're long, and since the box is a smaller box than it's meant to be, there's nowhere for it to go. So it was going like into the drywall when I was screwing them in, and one cleared, but the other one didn't clear the drywall. So what I had to do is I had to grab my wire cutters, and you see these little holes that it has here. You could just put in a screw in there. You screw it into there, and then you could clamp down on it, and it cuts the screw cleanly. Because if you cut the screw with like your needle nose, with your your side cutters or whatever, you damage the thread, and then it's hard to get the screws in. But with one of these, that's why I like this one. This is like the third one I've bought, because I've lose it, and then I buy it again and I lose it. So this is like the third one I have, and I like this one. It's Craftsman. I have a Klein one, but I don't really use it because it doesn't have this little. It doesn't have. Well, I think it does have these. I think it does have those, but I like these because it has like a wide range. It goes from 10 all the way up to 22-inch for wire stripping, and it has the crimper in the bottom, and it has a lot of size holes for the screws. So I did that, and now it's about to be, I went home after that, and now it's about to be 12:30, and I'm gonna go do another job right now. So that first job was 80 bucks, pretty simple. And then this next job right now is about to start in like 10 minutes. They said that they have a problem with their smoke detectors, that they're going off, they're beeping for no reason. And they said that they replaced the smoke detectors like a year ago, and they changed the batteries out on it, and it's still like just acting random. So I'm not sure what it could be. I gotta go check it out and just see what I find. One thing is that at the end of life, they do start beeping when they're out of, at a 10-year mark or whatever. They do start beeping when it's time to replace the whole smoke detector. But they said they replaced it a year ago, so that's not it. So that, well, I don't know. I'm gonna go and take a look, and I'll report back to you guys. But yeah, guys, like, subscribe, and leave me any comments. I appreciate the comments. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys later. Okay, guys, so I'm back. So I was at my last job from 12:30 to 2, so an hour and a half. I was there, and like I told you guys, she has smoke alarms, and they would go off for no reason. There was like 10, maybe 12 smoke alarms, and they're the type that they're wireless. They all talk to each other, so when one goes off, they all go off. And luckily, only one of them was hardwired. So what I ended up doing was, I grabbed them, I took them all down, because when I was like trying to look around, like the whole house would go off, the dog would get scared and all that. So what I ended up doing was, I took them all off. I went to the garage, and I just started testing them. I would, when you put the batteries in, it just goes through like a setup process, and then I just repeated that with all of them. And then there was certain ones that when I would power them on, put the batteries in, power them on, it would start saying smoke alarm, and the smoke alarm would go off. And then it ended up, I narrowed it down to three of the smoke alarms. Whenever I would plug them in, it would set off the smoke alarm. So it took me a while to just get narrow it down, and it was loud and obnoxious and all that. But so I ended up just telling her, replace these 3, and I put the rest back, and I think that's it for that one. And she asked me if I could do dimmer switches on 2 of her lights, and I told her, yeah, just go ahead and get the dimmer switch and book me on Taskrabbit. So hopefully she'll hit me back up. But yeah, I mean, that was it. There wasn't much to it. And, they all talk to each other, but they're only a year old, so that's what kind of throws people off. Like, well, why would it break if it's only a year old? But I think it's not the Kidda brand. It's the First Alert brand, and I think First Alert might be a little bit cheaper. So maybe it's just quality control. It could be debris, dust inside the smoke alarm will set it off. Spiders, like on one of them there was like a little squished spider, so maybe a little spider got in there and built a web, and that's what's tripping it. I'm not sure, but luckily I was able to put all of them except 3 back up, and it was just nice and quiet, and because it was super loud. Like when one goes off, the whole house goes off. It was kind of annoying. So yeah, but luckily they weren't hardwired, so I was able to take them all off and go try to narrow it down in the garage. So that took me an hour and a half, and now I'm about to start. Well, there's 15 minutes left because I got done at 2, and I drove 15 minutes to my next job, and it starts at 2:30 actually. And this next job is okay, so for the last job, hour and a half, that's $120. So I'm at $200 so far for today. And this next job is replacing 3 dimmer switches that she had already purchased. So replace 3 dimmer switches, a ceiling fan. She wants a remote control installed into a ceiling fan, so I just told her to pick up a universal fan control and with remote, and then I'll install that. That's actually pretty easy. And then she said she has a light switch that's controlled by she has an outlet that's controlled by the light switch, and she just wants it to be on all the time. So I guess what I'm gonna do there is just open up the light switch and then just connect the wires together, so that current's always running to it. And then she's gonna have a light switch that doesn't do anything. But I mean, there's not much you could do unless you run another wire to a light or something. There's not much you could do. So it's just gonna be a useless light switch, or she could get a blank cover for it or something. I'm not sure what she wants to do, but I'll ask her. But yeah, let me go handle this one, and then I'll talk to you guys when I'm done. I want to give you guys a tip, a tasker tip, so that you guys could hopefully book more jobs and make more money. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, so I'm back. So that job took me an hour and a half. It's 4 o'clock right now, so I was there from 2:30 to 4. It was nothing out of the ordinary. Changed three dimmer switches from those old style knob ones to the flick ones. One outlet, I just switched the wire because it was actually controlling the light and the outlet at the same time. So it was just about putting the power from the wire going to the outlets, just putting it on the live side of the switch, not the load side or whatever it's called. And then installing a remote control for the fan. So that's what it was, guys. So it's $120 right there for the hour and a half. So whatever that is, $320 or whatever for today. So let me just show you guys real quick right now. It's February 11th, and I'm at $3,489, so almost $3,500. And that's because like the last week I really worked a lot. I worked a lot and long days, and I think the rest of the month I'm gonna not go so hard just because it was kind of tough. So I want to give you guys a tip, because I know it's really slow right now on Taskrabbit. I see it all over all the complaints on Facebook group and stuff like that. So I was gonna show you. I want to give you guys. I want to show you guys something. I want to show you my profile, and I want to show you what my my pitch looks like. Sometimes I've seen pitches of people before, you know, which is a description of whatever their job is, whatever their skills are. So I'm going here. I'm going to my profile, and I'll read it to you. But this is my pitch, and then I got the business pictures, and you know, the business pictures is pictures of the nicest like chandeliers I've done, or like the best before and afters of some drywall I've done. But you know, for those business photos, make sure you get them, because a lot of people look at those, and make sure you Photoshop or adjust or whatever you want to do, make them look as good as you can make them look, you know. Because like me, when I go on Amazon, whatever I buy, I always look at the reviews, and I always look at the customer pictures just to get an idea of what it looks like. So like this is a popular one that I've done like 3 or 4 of, and it's like these dangling staggered ones. So, you know, put a picture on there, that way the next people that have these, they'll see like, okay, this guy's done it before, I don't have to worry too much. And then I want to show you guys my pitch, like what I do for the pitch, because I've seen a lot of people, they'll put something personal on the pitch. They'll say like, I've got, you know, I've helped a buddy move once, or you know, I can. The point is, just list your services, you know. Put a big list of services. So for me, and your qualifications, if you have any. If you don't have any, then don't put anything. But for me, like the bulk of it says trained in electrical. That way people get confident, because I'm getting a lot of electrical jobs. EPA certified in HVAC. Just you know, people hit me up for HVAC and I tell them I don't do it, but it sounds good when I put on the pitch. So I just list my services. So I put replacing light fixtures, chandeliers, fans, bulbs, lamp ballasts, cameras, doorbells, switches, outlets, etc. And then I put what I don't do. So I only work on existing electrical. And I put pro service, because people want to hear professional or anything like that, you know, guarantee, professional, whatever. And then with little stars, I put vaccinated but will wear a mask if you wish. And I did this like I did this back in the day when they said like, oh, if you're vaccinated you have to wear a mask, and turns out, you know, that was, so I haven't updated that. But if you don't want the vaccine, or if you don't have the vaccine, then don't mention it at all, you know. It's not a problem. But if you do have the vaccine, and well, it doesn't matter so much anymore, but I'm thinking, you know, in the middle of the pandemic, it did help a lot of people make a decision. So for minor home repairs, I put pro handyman, trained in electrical, specializing in minor home repairs, changing light fixtures, bulbs, switches, outlets, fans, doorbells, caulking, drywall repair, door hardware, etc. No plumbing. So that way nobody contacts me about plumbing. I don't have to forfeit so many jobs and get, you know, dinged by it. Get dinged on my metrics. For mounting, I put TVs, art, frames, shelves, mirrors, curtains, etc. Mounted securely and laser straight. Single frames or collages, not a problem. I can supply hardware for all wall types and suggest best practices. Pro service, like it's the same thing for all my pitches. It's just like a big list of common things that I do, because, you know, somebody goes on there looking for it, they see somebody else's profile that says like, you know, just ask me, I'll see if I could do it or not. And then they see mine that said that it's specifically, it's written there what they actually want. So of course they're gonna pick me over a profile where they're not really sure if that person knows how to do it or not. And then for and again, like the pictures are very, very important, like for the mounting especially. So here I put this is a picture of there was a picture of a big projector screen I did, but like one like this, you know, like I hung this picture up, I hung these things up, so then I put it on there. That way people, if anybody wants a collage like that, they'll feel comfortable hiring me instead of somebody else. And that's just the tip I wanted to give you guys. You know, for your profile pitch, it doesn't have to be anything personal. It could just be a laundry list of things that you could do and you can't do. And your business photos have to be on point, you know. Photoshop the hell out of them. Yeah, guys, that's it, man. So for me, it only slowed down the 3rd week of January. The last time I talked to you guys, That was the slow week. After that, it picked right back up. And I've been getting a lot of electrical, and that's because electrical, it takes skill, it takes some know-how, it takes some like actual, it doesn't really take schooling, but it mostly takes schooling. And because of that, it's not as flooded with taskers doing electrical as there is taskers doing cleaning, or taskers doing moving, or taskers doing mounting or anything like that, TV mounting. So there's less of a pool of people that are willing to do electrical, and there's a high demand, you know. So it's just natural. I've been getting a lot of electrical jobs. I haven't been getting a lot of, you know, home repair. I haven't been getting a lot of mounting. I haven't been getting a lot of everything. I've been getting mostly electrical, I think, with some other stuff splashed in. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys could get some jobs off that advice. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. Yeah, but that's it for me, guys. See you guys in the next video. Like I said, you know, leave me a comment. Let me know if it was helpful. Let me know if I'm not keeping it real. Let me know. And leave me a like and subscribe, guys. If you guys could subscribe, that would be so awesome. All right, guys. Thanks. Take care.